Today we have this 1968 Smith Corona Super Sterling vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use all the functions and make sure they all work. The color is seafoam green, and the margins are right here on each side, and that will determine where you stop on a carriage, as so. And when you get to the end of that carriage, the bell will ding. This is your paper bail. Just rest on top of the paper to hold it down snugly. This is your color selector switch. It was on red, but we're going to push it up to black for default. Once you hit the bell, you're at the end of the margin. You hit this line space, get you back to the beginning. It skips 1, 2, or 3 spaces. Right now we have it on single space, but if you want double or triple, there is a switch right here. If you push it back, it'll skip 2. Push it back one more, it'll skip 3. And there is a number there, 1, 2, and 3, that lets you know which one you're on. We're going to keep it on single right now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type it since in red on the next line. Since we have a black and red ribbon, you switch it back down to red and it will hit the bottom portion of the ribbon. Very nice typing machine. This I would consider would be a very nice daily typer. Kind of like the workhorse. Print's really nice too. Smith Corona made some of the best, most popular typewriters, and this is a very popular model, very popular color too. Pull the paper out easy. You just flip this switch forward and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the paper out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip it back to the original position before you feed the next paper, or else it won't feed correctly. We have a backspace on the top left portion of the keyboard. Works good. A shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. And to clear it, you just hit the shift button again. This is your touch control, LMH, low, medium, high. And that creates a tension when you go to high under the keys here, and it just has more tension when you hit the keys. Just have to hit them a little harder. When you're on low, you don't have to hit them as hard. Got a tab function. Right now we don't have any tabs, so when you hit the tab button, it goes all the way to the end. If you want to set a tab, there's a set key right here. You just press that down and it'll set a tab wherever you are on the platen, and it stops at that spot. To clear it, you hit the CL button. CL means clear. And now you don't have any. You can set as many as you want on this model. MR button is margin release. So when you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that will stop you from typing, and if you hit that MR button, it will allow you to type past that margin and finish that word at the end, and that works good too. Open the hood, you have the spools, and all the brand new ribbon is loaded on the left side here, so it's pulling clockwise to the right. So when you hit the keys, you'll see it turn to the clockwise, and if you want to switch the direction, you just, there's a switch right here next to this left spool, and if you push that back, it'll start pulling to the left on a counterclockwise. We're going to switch it back to pulling to the right side, and if you get to the end of your ribbon, it'll sometimes jam up your vibrator. This is your vibrator. If it jams that up, then it'll seem like your typewriter is malfunctioning, and all you have to do is change the direction of the ribbon. I'm going to switch that back up to the black, and you have your carriage release lever on each side of the carriage here that allows you to control the carriage freely. That works good. And another feature of this is this switch right here next to this line spacer, that if you switch that down, it disables your spacing mechanism. You switch it back up, it'll click when you turn it, and that is each click is 1 space. And that's about it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.